Ada and Nina began to engage in an ungodly affair. They did this repeatedly, and Ada began to enjoy it, against the moral values that her parents had taught her. And this went on for a very long time. Ada, a 19-year-old girl from a respectable and deeply religious African family, lives in a small but vibrant community. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Eze, are loving and attentive, raising their children with strong moral and cultural values. Ada is the second of 3 siblings and has always been a diligent and obedient daughter. Ada is accepted into a prestigious university far from home. Her family is proud and excited, but cautious, reminding her to uphold the values she has been taught. As Ada moves into her new environment, she feels a mix of excitement and fear. On her first day, Ada meets Nina, a confident and charismatic girl. Nina, a final year student, quickly befriends Ada, offering her guidance around campus. Nina's bold personality is a stark contrast to Ada's reserved nature, and Ada admires her. Over time, Nina introduces Ada to a new lifestyle. She takes her to parties, exposes her to different perspectives on love and relationship, and gradually challenges Ada's wide view. At first, Ada resists, remembering her parents' teachings, but Nina's influence grows stronger. One evening, after a small gathering at Nina's apartment, Nina confessed her feelings for Ada. Caught off guard and confused, Ada doesn't know how to respond. Nina assures her that love is love and encourages her to explore her feelings without fear. Feeling conflicted, Ada starts spending more time with Nina, and their friendship grows more intimate. Ada's behavior begins to change. She becomes distant from her family, avoiding their calls and skipping church services. Her younger sister notices and alerts their parents, who grow concerned. They decided to visit her unannounced, and are shocked to find her at Nina's place. The confrontation is intense, and Ada's parents plead with her to return home and reconsider her actions. At one point, Ada had a conversation with a compassionate pastor who speaks to her about God's love and forgiveness. Touched by the pastor's words, Ada feels a flicker of conviction and considers turning back to her family. However, Nina, sensing the shift, showers Ada with affection and convinces her to stay, emphasizing her relationship is a form of freedom and self-discovery. Many times, when Ada visits Nina, they spend so much time touching each other's body unconventionally. Although at first, Ada didn't feel comfortable with that, but as time went by, Ada started to enjoy it. she started doing badly at school. Her grades started being low. It happened repeatedly. Her dad would always fall back to Nina, and they would repeat the same thing, giving each other pleasure by touching each other's body in an inappropriate way. Heartbroken but determined, Ada's mother begins to pray fervently for her daughter to return. Late at night, she kneels in her bedroom, asking God to guide Ada and bring her back to the values they had taught her, to the values they had instilled in her. These prayers became a daily ritual, and though she doesn't see immediate results, she remained steadfast. Meanwhile, cracks begin to show in Ada and Nina's relationship. Ada starts feeling unease about the choices she's made and the growing distance from her family. A heated argument with Nina reveals a lack of understanding and support for Ada's internal struggles. Disillusioned, Ada decides to take a break from Nina to reassess her life. Ada seeks guidance from a campus counselor and begins attending a support group for young people exploring their identities and values. Through introspection, she realizes the importance of balancing her personal growth with her cultural and family values. The memories of her mother's love and father's teachings begin to resonate deeply within her. One evening, overwhelmed with emotion, Ada calls her mother. Through tears, she apologizes and expresses her desire to come home. Her mother, overjoyed, welcomes her with open arms and continues to pray for her journey of healing and rediscovery. Ada eventually returns home to have an honest conversation with her parents. She explains her journey and the lessons she's learned, expressing a desire to rebuild trust and stay true to her values. Her family, though initially hurt, agrees to support her as she navigates her future. Ada reconnects with her faith and family, understanding the importance of making informed decisions and not succumbing to external pressure. She learns the value of forgiveness, self-discovery, and the unyielding power of a mother's prayer.